Hello and welcome to Lesson 2 of our Chemical Quantities and Stoichiometry unit. This lesson focuses on stoichiometry. So kind of a complex word, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. And so we'll start with looking at what is this stoichiometry? Well, it's really like a recipe. For example, if you're going to make those s'mores pictured over here, what would you need? Well, it kind of depends on what the ratio you want of certain things. For example, maybe you want 1 gram cracker, so that you can crack it in half and make the top and the bottom. Maybe you want 1 marshmallow, and maybe since you like chocolate, you want 6 squares of Hershey's chocolate. So there's your ratio. 1 gram cracker for every 1 marshmallow, for every 6 pieces of chocolate equals 1 s'more. Well, it's really no different with chemical compounds and with balanced equations. And so what we want to do in this lesson is to take a balanced chemical equation and say, if we start with this many reactants, what can we expect in terms of our product? Now think of it in terms of a business. If you say our goal is to produce this amount of a product, well, you want to go back and say, okay, well, what do we need in terms of our reactants? How much is going to combine with how much of that second reactant to form this product? And so there's a practical aspect of all of this, and we'll conclude by talking about things such as a limiting reactant, an excess reactant, in other words, which one is left over at the end and how much of it, and finally, what is your percent yield? In other words, if you do an equation in lab and you expect to produce 10 grams, but you only produce 8 grams, what's your percent yield? How good were you? And so, we're going to get into this world of stoichiometry. We're going to be building, we're going to be predicting, and trying to figure out how much of a good thing we can make. So good luck.